I'm your host, Tim O'Brien, and you're watching The Amazing Race, the Things That Carry edition, where 4 players will compete for the mystery prize. Ready to meet our players?
What's your name, fellow contestant?
Sheila.
What vignette are you in?
The man I killed.
And what would you say your strongest attribute is?
I would like to say I carry my fellow army men through their troubles. I'm a great confidant and I help them cope with the deaths and consequences of the war.
Contestant number 2, what's your name?
Rat Kylie.
And what vignette are you in?
Sweetheart of the Song Trebon.
And what would you say you're most nervous about?
I'm most nervous about getting eliminated. I have a tendency to psych myself out, so I hope this doesn't affect me in today's competition.
Contestant number 3, what's your name?
My name is Marianne Bell.
And what vignette are you in?
I'm in the Sweetheart of the Song Trebon.
What influenced you to come here today? Marianne? What influenced you to come here today?
Oh, my boyfriend Fossey, because I love him so much and I just can't stand being away from him.
Contestant, what's your name?
My name is Mark Fozzie.
And what vignette are you in?
I'm in the Sweetheart of the Song Trebon.
What would you say you're most nervous about?
I'm most nervous about my girlfriend Marianne because it's her first time being here and she's not used to all the war, so I feel like she might be too scared to do the competition.
And what would you say is your good luck charm?
Marianne's my good luck charm because she's my girlfriend and I miss her so much, and this is my first time seeing her in a while, so.
In the first challenge, all 4 contestants will be running toward the armor crawl, but because this is a low-budget production, they'll actually be crawling under twine. If any contestant hits their head or gets stuck along the way, they will be eliminated or face a penalty. Let's see which contestant will be taken off the show first.
Ready, set, go!
Challenge, the army pawn Nicolette got her foot stuck between the twine, and it eventually causes her to lose. This parallels Rat Kylie's character because he has a tendency to exaggerate upon his stories about working with other soldiers in the war, and it shows that he potentially gets caught in his lies.
I was a medic for the Alpha Company, which placed a variety of responsibilities on my shoulders. I was given all the gory work and everyone depended on me to mend the physical wounds that they received because of their participation in the war. This obviously caused a fair share of trauma on me due to the fact that I gradually began to visualize myself in their position. This foreshadows my burden, my fear of death, and in the case of this competition, my fear of elimination. My first-hand experience with such brutal results in the war led to the sabotage I set up for myself.
In our next obstacle course, our competitors will be running on this field. Like you had seen in the last obstacle course, hit her head against the yarn, thus receiving the penalty for this sprint. The penalty being, I will be on her back.
I serve as a smooth transition for most of the soldiers that entered the war and were uneasy with the violence. I embody the overwhelming force that tethers Tim O'Brien to the reality of war, a capsule of which O'Brien's conflict with emotion is transferred to. I help O'Brien carry the emotional burden associated with experiencing death in the war in order to further motivate O'Brien and his war effort. O'Brien gradually adapts to the war environment and discovers a way to express himself with my lighthearted comments that help ease O'Brien into the harsh nature of the war. But I let my emotions get to me to the extent that it affects my performance on the field. I am too much of a team player and I shoulder my team's emotional and physical burden, which disables them from being independent.
We are now down to our last 2 competitors, Fossey and his girlfriend Marianne Bell, but they will run along this sidewalk and climb over this fence. Let's see who will win the Amazing Race of Things That Carried edition. Will their relationship last? We'll see. Ready, set, go. In the third obstacle course, where it takes place at the pool, the competition is between Fosse and Marianne Bell. Fosse and Marianne Bell are a team and they run the course together. However, when they get closer to the finish line, Marianne Bell actually pushes Fosse into the pool and she eventually becomes declared as the Amazing Race winner. It correlates to the events of the song Trayvon because it shows how Marianne Bell transforms from this sweet, innocent high school graduate to an almost dedicated soldier during the Vietnam War. The relationship between Marianne Bell and Fosse shows how the war has its effect on people. For instance, with Fosse, when Marianne Bell arrives in Vietnam, he wants to protect her and spend as much time as he can with her because he spends so much time away from her. However, with Marianne Bell, you see that she transforms from this sweet, innocent high school graduate to an almost dedicated soldier in the Vietnam War. In the case of Marianne Bell, she takes advantage of the culture and atmosphere of the Vietnam War, and she sacrifices her relationship with Fosse in order to become this free, independent woman she couldn't be back at home or with Fosse. So why do you think you got eliminated in this round?
Well, it all started when I first flew Marianne over here when we were talking with the guys, and even though I really do love her, it ultimately led to my elimination and the emotional burdens that I have. I felt a transformation in myself when she first came here because I became more emotionally invested in her, and I was really worried about how she was going to take the war because life is really different back home than it is here in Vietnam. And I don't know, it just really broke my heart seeing her become more independent because it's like she didn't even need me anymore. Like it's like, I was useless to her. And I was just like another example of those emotional burdens that we face, and it was crazy like seeing her change like with my own eyes. Like I saw her, how different she was when she first came here when she left to me. And I didn't realize that making her exposed to reality would make her lose her innocence that she used to have, and it just makes you like really notice that life back home is really different from life here because of the disillusionment caused by death and seeing people change.
We now have a winner for the 2017 Amazing Race competition, the Basic Carried Edition, Marianne Bell! Marianne Bell, here is your lovely mystery prize, this gorgeous, one-of-a-kind necklace of tongues.
Thank you.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to sit you down for a personal interview.
Sure.
So how do you feel about your performance throughout this competition?
Well, overall I thought that I was the best competitor out there today, and obviously that's true since I'm here with you right now.
Can you tell us what was going through your mind during the first challenge?
Well, as you saw, I took off my tutu in the middle of the race.
Oh yeah, what was going through your mind though?
Well, I just felt that it was a physical burden and that it was weighing me down from becoming the person I really am. And I felt that I needed to fit more into the setting of the competition because the intensity that I was getting from the competition, so that involved me taking off the tutu.
How about that second challenge? It looked like that sprint wasn't too hard for you.
Yeah, it wasn't really that hard since, Fozzie, he helped me throughout the race instead of, watching it for his own performance.
Speaking of Fozzie, can you explain what happened in the third challenge? Why did you push him in the pool? I thought you guys were a team.
Well, after running across the sidewalk, I felt that this alliance with him was causing an emotional burden upon me, and if I hadn't gotten rid of him, I wouldn't have been able to perform my very best. I wanted to win, and decided that my emotions were going to stop me, even if that meant breaking his heart.
Thank you, Marianne, for this lovely interview.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on winning this competition.
Thanks for having me.
I'm your host, Tim O'Brien, and thank you for watching The Amazing Race, the Things I Carried edition. Catch me on my other show, Catch Your Cab, Tuesdays at 8.